Welcome back to The Explainer. So today, we're looking at something that honestly feels like it was ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's actually sitting right here on the desk. We are doing a full deep dive review of the Roll-Me Aura View smart glasses. The core premise here is absolutely wild. We're talking about taking an everyday, totally normal-looking pair of glasses and turning them into a hands-free, AI-powered powerhouse.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got a quick, structured, chapter-by-chapter breakdown for you today. We're going to cover design and daily comfort, vision and camera tech, AI and smart features, audio and battery life, and then wrap the whole thing up with specifications and our final verdict.
Now, first impressions definitely matter, right? And the Aura View goes for this surprisingly sleek look. Their big promise is to help you see brighter, live smarter. And what I really love is that instead of some bulky headset that just screams to the whole world that you're wearing a computer on your face, these actually look like a stylish, everyday accessory. But secretly, they're housing a massive suite of smart tools right inside the frames. But look, before we even get into the nuts and bolts of what these can do, we have to talk about the price. $99.99. I really want to emphasize this right up front because a budget-friendly number like that makes literally every feature we're about to talk about so much more intriguing. We're looking at everyday wearable AI that absolutely does not require some massive early adopter budget. All right, Chapter 1, Design and Daily Comfort. So the designers went with a premium full metal frame using a really nice half-frame design, and they've paired this super lightweight metal with these stylish brown-tinted lenses. The whole structure is designed for a completely seamless fit. The goal here was clearly elegant style mixed with real comfort, meaning you're not getting any of that annoying pinching or slipping if you wear them all day. It's essentially heavy-duty tech cleverly disguised as classic lightweight eyewear. Moving on to Chapter 2, Vision and Camera Tech. Tucked right inside that sleek frame is a Sony IMX386 12-megapixel sensor. It's built cleanly into the corner of the glasses, and it's designed to capture really crisp, high-resolution details. It basically turns your glasses into an instant point-of-view camera. You are ready to snap high-def images on the fly without ever having to fumble around in your pocket for your phone. Now, the Aura View also uses an advanced natural wide-angle perspective. So why does that actually matter for daily use? Well, it significantly cuts down on that weird edge distortion you usually get with a standard ultra-wide lens. This helps create these super realistic, almost cinematic quality videos with true-to-life details. Basically, your footage actually looks exactly the way your own eyes remember the scene. Of course, since these are literally mounted to your head, motion blur is a huge concern, right? But the built-in Electronic Image Stabilization, or EIS, actively reduces all that blur and camera shake. Even if you're bombing down a rocky trail on a mountain bike, this tech makes sure your fast-paced moments still come out looking incredibly smooth, sharp, and highly professional. Which brings us to Chapter 3, AI and smart features. These glasses are actually powered by advanced AI models, meaning they've integrated ChatGPT for intelligent object recognition. So you can literally just point your camera at something, say you're looking at a historical landmark like St. Peter's Basilica, and the glasses will instantly give you AI-powered insights and scene understanding. It turns a simple afternoon walk into this highly interactive, hands-free learning experience. Suddenly, the whole world around you is instantly searchable. And beyond just visual recognition, the Aura View is absolutely packed with practical daily tools. You've got real-time translation, which translates conversations on the fly, an absolute lifesaver for breaking down language barriers when you're traveling. It's also got Bluetooth calling and a built-in voice assistant. And thanks to the noise-reducing microphones, you can take crystal clear calls or ask your AI assistant questions with just a quick tap on the frame. Okay, Chapter 4, Audio and Battery Life. A crucial thing to consider here is how these actually deliver audio. The Aura View uses this really unique acoustic structure with dual-ear directional speakers. Now, unlike standard external speakers that just blast your private phone calls or music out to the entire room, these directional speakers beam the sound directly into your ears. It effectively protects your audio privacy. So you get this totally immersive listening experience, but you're not bothering the person sitting right next to you on the train. And what about endurance? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves here. You are looking at over 168 hours of standby time and up to 80 hours of actual usage time. To put that into perspective, that means you can stay connected and use all these wild smart features for days at a time without that constant nagging anxiety of needing a charger. For a device that's incredibly light, getting that level of reliable battery life is just so practical. Let's wrap things up with Chapter 5, Specifications and Final Verdict.
Checking out the official spec sheet, this thing runs on a JL7018F main control chip and uses the latest Bluetooth 5.4 for a super rock-solid wireless connection. You're getting 4 gigabytes of eMMC storage, and, as we touched on earlier, it's rocking that Sony IMX386 12-megapixel camera and those unique dual speakers. The whole shebang is powered by a highly efficient 280 mAh battery that juices up super easily with a magnetic charger. It is a seriously capable setup for such a tiny package.
One detail I really appreciate here is the broad compatibility. This tech isn't walled off in some restrictive, single-brand ecosystem. Whether you're holding on to an older Android device running version 6.0 or an Apple device on iOS 10.0 or higher, these glasses are going to pair completely seamlessly. It makes this next-gen tech super accessible to basically anyone with a modern smartphone. Which brings us to our final lingering question. At under $100, is this the actual tipping point for everyday wearable AI? The value proposition of mixing a stabilized point-of-view camera, real-time language translation, and ChatGPT scene recognition into a comfortable, lightweight pair of glasses, it's undeniably compelling. Will this mix of a budget-friendly price and robust features finally be the spark that makes smart glasses fully mainstream? That is definitely something to ponder. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning.